shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. Might not have to see the glory of it coming. I can do it by myself, so my massive wealth. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. Might not have to see the glory of it coming to the left. I can do it by myself, so my massive wealth. How you money or all you have is like being wealthy. Like Kanye West said, having money is not everything. Not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 said God gives us the ability to pay well. It's the love of money that's hard. You know what? Money so much. Why you get up and go to work? Everybody don't think about money. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. Not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. Now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Hey Cortez.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning with your main man, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the working class, where I do my very best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to working class men and women all over this great nation of ours. Good morning, Periscope. If you're tracking on Periscope, do me a huge favor. Click the little man down on the lower left so that you can subscribe to the show and get notifications when we go live each and every day. And go ahead and push this out to your followers and tweet it out for me. We appreciate it. If you're tracking on YouTube, then you want to go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you stay in tune with what we got going on. Not just the show every morning, but we put tons and tons of videos up on how you can build wealth. Also, if you're watching us on Facebook, be sure to like the Facebook fan page, Financial Health Mentor, because again, we're constantly putting up good quality content to help you on your wealth building journey. And if you want to interact with the show, then you go to the Financial Health Mentor at Cortez Springer. So tweet me at Cortez Springer on the Financial Health Mentor Twitter feed to interact with the show. We got a great show for you today. Got a special guest who's going to bring some powerful information on entrepreneurship. But before we get into that, let me let you know exactly who this show is for, as I do it every morning. This show is for my risers and grinders. If you woke up this morning with legacy on your brain, then this show is for you. If you went to bed last night visualizing where you're going to be 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now, then this show is for you. If you know how important it is for you to build a legacy and leave that legacy for your children, and you're trying to get that done, and maybe you just need some tips, strategies, a game plan, then this show, my friend, is for you, because we will certainly help you understand what it takes to build wealth and leave that legacy for your family. Now, just as we like to disclose who this show is for, we also want to disclose who this show is not for. If you are one of those silly people who have a problem with money, this show is not for you. If you hate the fact that I just said money 30 times in the last 15 seconds, this show is not for you. If you are the type of person who is sitting back waiting to see if Trump is going to be president or Hillary is going to be president so they can fix the economy instead of fixing your economy, this show is not for you. Now, let me be perfectly clear, though. I do not have a problem with you not wanting to be wealthy. I have a problem with you having a problem with me wanting to be wealthy. The fact that I disclose to the world that you're looking at a future billionaire right now. If you have a problem or fall into any one of those categories, this show is not for you, and you can tune it out right now. Also, let me give a shout out to today's show sponsor is the Yen Academy, and Yen is an acronym for Young Entrepreneurs Network. And basically what Yen Academy is, it's a full-fledged entrepreneurial course aimed at I would put them on the path for entrepreneurship. And literally at the end of the course, they will not only have a valuable or profitable brand, but they will have websites. They will have marketing in place. They will know how to build a brand. They will know how to track profit and loss. They will know how to inventory products and everything that it takes to run a business, build a brand, and connect with people and build that brand so that it is profitable. They will get when they attend the Young Entrepreneurs Academy. So you can learn more about that at richminded.net. So guys, I am super excited to bring to you this guest. He is actually the founder of Rich Minded and the Yin Academy. And this guy knows his stuff when it comes to entrepreneurship, building a brand, and also how to motivate and encourage others to do that. Because we know there are a lot of people on the fence when it comes to entrepreneurship, and he has a unique way to kind of give people that swift kick in the butt that they need to go ahead and make that leap, step out on faith, and get their brands off the ground. So without further ado, I'm going to bring to you guys my buddy and a friend of the show, Mr. Rashawn Lawhorn. How's it going, brother? Give me a mic check.
Hey, Cortez, how you doing? How you doing, all listeners out there? My name is Rashawn Lawhorn, CEO and founder of Rich Minded Academy and also the Young Entrepreneurs Network. Show, Cortez, really appreciate it. You're doing a great job, and I love it.
Thank you, man. Well, we're not going to take up a whole lot of time, man. We're going to get right into the meat and potatoes of what I wanted to have you on the show for. And again, I certainly appreciate you, bro, everything that you do. And I've been following your page for a while, and I see I see the frustration that you have with mediocrity. And I shared that similar frustration, man. You got to get up and get out and get something. We live in America, for goodness sakes. Opportunity is everywhere. So I love that you like to kick people in the butt and get them moving. But tell us where that fire and that passion for entrepreneurship came from. Is this something that you've always had from childhood, or did you recently develop that?
Well, it's kind of a passion I had since childhood, just didn't know how to develop it. I used to see different neighborhoods, different entrepreneurs in our neighborhoods that had stores, and I just kind of always looked up to their having their own financial freedom, them being their own bosses, and them being able to basically run their own lives. But it wasn't something that actually was taught through my parents or my family or through school, actually. Any mentor we came in contact with growing up, we didn't know anything about entrepreneurship, building businesses, building brands, because that's not something that was generation. Basically, it wasn't something that was passed down from generation to generation. So this is something I basically had to teach on my own. I'm kind of like a rape victim when it comes to jobs. You know, I've been abused, and I'm sorry to put it like that, but I've been abused and used through different corporations. And when I say that, I'm not the only one. We're underpaid, we're underworked, we're basically just a number with a lot of these corporations and these jobs. So after they're basically done with you, they get rid of you, you get on unemployment, and you basically have to fend for yourself. And that's really, for me, that's no way to live. So after pretty much getting abused by 5, 6, 7, or 8 even jobs throughout my lifetime, man, I started to look into entrepreneurship and creating wealth, building wealth, and seeing how we can get free from the mentality of depending on others. So, with the power of the internet, there's really no excuse where you can't read, you can't research, you can't follow other successful individuals on building wealth. And I just kind of use that with everybody that's in my circle, everybody that can lend an ear to me. I try to preach entrepreneurship and creating wealth to me.
Gotcha. If you guys are just joining, I'm gonna ask you to do me a favor, Rashawn. The sun has come up where you are and starting to come through that blind. So if you turn that off, I want people to really see you because I know they're gonna feel what you have to say. That's a lot better, man. That's a lot better. Appreciate it. So if you're just tuning in, we got Rashawn Lawhorn on the show this morning, and he's talking about entrepreneurship. And we titled the show Entrepreneurship, the New Retirement Plan, because if you're not an entrepreneur in 2016 and you're counting on Social Security, you're counting on that little 401k that you got, man, you're going to struggle when it comes to retirement. But you can do something about that if you take a few simple steps. And Rashawn was just outlining how we go through so much abuse when we work these corporate jobs and things of that nature, and then we just leave one and go to the next and thinking it's going to get a little bit better. And a lot of times it really doesn't. So we know the stats that say most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, 3 out of 4 of them. If you got to get up and go to work and give somebody your time, and that's the lifestyle that you end up with, why not try to step out on your... So you mentioned the internet, Rashawn. I want you to talk a little bit about how simple it is to start a business. Now, we know it's not easy because the discipline and the work that goes in behind the scenes is not easy, but it is simple to at least step out and get that started. Talk a little bit about how simple it is to start a business.
That's why you do a great job, Cortez, because that is an excellent question. And that's something I generally teach and preach to everybody that's in 2016 for your benefit of building a business. It's so simple. People have so many excuses on why they can't open a business, or they don't have the knowledge why they can't open a business. But I'm here to tell you that you will basically need generally about $1 to open your own business. As crazy as that sounds, you would need only $1. Wish I could have a dollar bill in my hand to show you guys, but you would only need basically $1 to open a business. And when I say that, let me break it down to you. Okay, step one, I always tell step one, people sit down, meditate, think of a brand name. Just sit there and think of something that's your gift, your talent, something that you like to do, something that you don't mind not getting paid for if no checks was cut. Okay, from that point, I want you guys to go to GoDaddy. You can Google a 99-cent code for GoDaddy to start out to get your first .com. There's codes all over the internet. You go to GoDaddy, you buy a domain name. Let's say, for instance, CortezSpringer.com. Okay, you set up CortezSpringer.com. From there, I want you to go to Googling a free, how to open a free website. You can go to places like Wix.com. You can build your own website. If you want to spend a little extra money, you can use Fiverr.com. There's many website developers on there that'll help you build websites for as low as $5. From that point, once you have a domain name, you have a website, and you have a brand name, then I want you to use social media for your benefit. You can go open Instagram names under your brand name. You can order Twitter. You can open Facebook. You can open a YouTube channel. That's the 4 major social media websites that's out there, as well as LinkedIn. That's a good one to use as well. And you can open up your brand to the 7 billion consumers that's out there in the world. Use social media for what its purpose is, networking with people and getting your brand out there, because your network is your net worth. So with that said, like YouTube, for instance, let's use YouTube, for instance. YouTube, you can make 100 videos a day. And you know what will cost you? It will cost you not 1 cent, because YouTube is free. So why not utilize it and build your brand, whatever your gift and your talent is, put it out into the universe, put it out into the world, and see what you get. You have a legitimate business from that point. If you want to put things on paper, you can go register an EIN number under your name, because visualization is key when you're seeing your brand. Also, if you want to put a little extra money, you can register your business with the state. Costs you about $100, $150 tops. And you're off and running. It doesn't take a lot of money to build a business. You just have to be dedicated. You just have to have focus. And you just have to just get up out of your seat and make moves and stop being stagnant. If you could put 40 hours in for a job, you could put 4 to 6 hours in for yourself. And ladies and gentlemen, let me get something clear. It's not really 40 hours that you're working for a job. You're actually working about 20 hours a day, unbeknownst to you. You have to sleep 8 hours for your job. If you're working a 9-to-5 job, you got to get up 6 a.m. to get ready for work. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. just to get ready. 7 to 8 a.m. just to travel to work. From 8 to 12, you're working. From 12 to 1, you're taking lunch from them. From 1 to 5, you're working. From 5 to 6, you're traveling back home. You have about 4 hours to yourself, 6 to 10 at night. And then from 10 at night to 6 in the morning, you're sleeping so you can function for work. So don't think it's just 8 hours. It's 20 hours. So if you can put that much time in for them, you can put it in for yourself.
Exactly. So powerful, Rashawn, and I certainly appreciate all that you do, bro. If you're just tuning into the show, I'm H. Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class. We're talking to founder of Rich Minded and the Yen Academy. He's putting it down on what it takes to just start a business. I often tell people, you know what? There's not a single person on this planet that God has not given a specific gift or talent, and we all do something better than most. And when you do something better than most, you will find people that will pay you to either do that for them do that with them or teach them how to do that as well as you. And those are 3 business categories that you could start right there based on the knowledge that you already have. So that is good stuff. But one thing I want you to circle back on, because you touched on this, we forget what social networks are about, and we get on those platforms and we socialize, but we don't really network. Talk about the importance of networking to help build, grow, and develop your brand.
Absolutely. That's another great question. You know, as human beings here in 2016, with all the technology going on, we spend an enormous amount of time on the internet, on social media. If you look around, everybody's walking with their phones in their hands. Everybody's rushing back to get home to their computers. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do before you even brush your teeth is check your email, check your Facebook, check your social media accounts. And that's just the way of the world. My thing is, why not use this technology to build a brand, to network with all the people in the world that you wouldn't have usually had access to? Because years ago, people, you know, when they were building brands, they had to knock on doors, they had to make phone calls. I mean, it's so much easier with this technology. I mean, it's very important that you use it. If you're going to be on it all day, you know, for me, why be on there sharing memes, just putting random thoughts, sharing videos, talking about celebrities that's already rich? Because we don't want to talk about people that's already rich. We want to get rich as well. You know, and that's really the goal at the end of the day. So why not use social media to really get your brand out there and use it? There's an enormous amount of people that you can network with. And I don't know what's going on in 2016. People don't like using the phone. People don't even like using email anymore. But, you know, you can use social media to introduce yourselves, to create a following, to put great value out there. And people will follow you. If they see that you're putting great value, they will follow you. Just on Facebook, I have about 3,000-4,000 friends, and I religiously get followed. People look at my posts all day because I continuously try to put great value out there. And you can do the same. If you put in good value, people will take notes. They will listen. They will look forward to your post. And, you know, that's pretty much what building a brand is all about, just networking with
Gotcha. That's super cool. In fact, I was just reading one of your posts earlier this morning, or was it late last night? I don't know. When you're an entrepreneur, sometimes time compresses and everything is just one long moment in time. But you talked about how some people have 5,000 friends and only can get 1 or 2 likes when they are promoting their business. And I think that speaks to the fact that they're not networking. See, you can find people who are like-minded, and don't just let people follow you or you accept friend requests from people who aren't serious about business. Because if you're using this to grow a brand, and out of 5,000 people, you got 1 or 2 people liking your business post or liking your business page, you need some new friends. So definitely use this social media to connect, not just with any and everybody, but connect with people in your vertical and your space, and then make sure that they're like-minded and they're tracking. I like to follow Brother Polite, and I love his definition of what a friend is. He talks about all the time that a friend is someone that I can benefit from, and they will benefit from me. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. So I'm bringing good value from a financial education standpoint. If you're not bringing me any value, then that's not a friendship relationship by that definition. So be careful who you friend, and make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who are on the right plane. I talk about redrawing that circle all the time, and I redraw it in a minute. If you're not tracking with what I'm tracking, you're not going where I'm going, you're basically going to slow me down. So I redraw that circle of influence, and I circle you out and circle somebody else in who's going to help me get to my goal. So if you're just joining the show, I'm H. Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class. We're here talking about entrepreneurship as the new retirement plan with Rashawn Lawhorn from Rich Minded. He's really putting it down on how simple it is to create a business and the importance of building a brand. So I now want to shift over to your Yen Academy, because I'm involved with the youth. I'm a youth basketball coach. And I once heard a young man say, you know, we were ending practice, and he said, you know, we were talking about college and things of that nature. He said, why would I go to college and spend all that money when I'm going to go to the job and they're going to train me what I need to do on the job? So why do I have to go to college? And the entrepreneur in me almost busted out. And because I'm dealing with other people's children, I don't superimpose my views on them. So I didn't say anything, but I'm like, man, this young man is onto something, whether he really knows it or not. So talk a little about the Yin Academy. What made you go that route and get that underway, and how's it going for you?
Okay, great. Thank you for asking about the Yin Academy. The Yin Academy is basically, we wanted to have an entrepreneurial learning center that can cater to the youth, teaching them entrepreneurship, teaching them branding, teaching them success habits, teaching them how to utilize their goals and their talent and pretty much be a business presence in the world. We have a millionaire in training program, which we call the MIT program, which will teach them how to build a brand, you know, how to build their logos, how to build their websites. They're going to have a complete brand joining the Yin Academy. You know, with school is iffy because it teaches you math, it teaches you reading, it teaches you social studies, it teaches you history, but there's no course that teach you credit awareness or building a business or really how to be successful in life. I mean, we just have the basic curriculum that's utilized for certain things that we do need in life, but it still has an old school feel to it. So, you know, in 2016, with all this technology, we need to teach these kids that to have a plan B. College is great, you know, don't get me wrong, but it's very expensive. You once you go to a 4-year university, you're paying upwards of $100,000. And 9 times out of 10, when we send our kids to school, we don't have $100,000 to plop down right then and there. So we're taking out student loans, and these kids are getting in debt. And when they get out of school and they graduate, the jobs are not there for them. You know, you're looking at $25,000, $30,000. If you're lucky, $35,000 graduating from school, because a lot of the jobs is already taken up. So you're fighting debt, you're getting a low salary, and that's not really a great way for me to start out life. So what we want to do is we want to teach the kids how to create wealth, how to create their own jobs if the jobs are not out there for them. You know, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. People want to work, or people want to have careers. There's nothing wrong, because people have to be the policemen, people have to be doctors, people have to be lawyers, people have to flip burgers, people have to wash the cars. I mean, that's fine and dandy, but we still need people out there creating Facebook, creating the stores we shop in, creating the cars we drive, and creating every business that we have a social life for. So there's a need for entrepreneurship out there. So we want to teach these kids with a real solid curriculum how to do that.
Exactly. And I like to say it like this. You mentioned it and you touched on it. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody, but I respect Dr. Boyce Watkins and his perspective is that while everybody can't run a business, everybody can still own a business. So in teaching kids entrepreneurship, you're also letting them know that that's an option. One thing the school does not do is let them know that's an option. All right, so they will teach you, like you said, the basic fundamentals, but that is ushering you down the path of going to work for someone else, and that's an option. But school is set up so that seems to be the only option. So I'm glad there is a Yin Academy out there so that people can, so that the young kids can see a different option. Like you said, you yourself as a young man saw entrepreneurship in effect and didn't really understand how to approach it or how to get involved at a young age, but you knew that there was a certain level of freedom these folks had. There's a certain level of income and lifestyle that they had based on being an entrepreneur. I can only imagine where you'd be right now if you had a Yin Academy to attend, as you were thinking like that back in the day. So man, these 30-minute shows run by so fast. Let everybody know how they can get in touch with you, with the Yin Academy, or for any other thing. I know you do branding coaching for adults. You know, I kind of like to deal with the kids because, you know, sometimes it's hard. It's easier to train a fresh mind than it is to convince an old adult mind that they've been wrong all of this time. So tell them how they can reach you and how they can get their kids enrolled in the Yin Academy, and how they connect with you if they want some branding and business building coaching from you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Cortez. My website is richminded.net. The name of my organization is Richminded and the Yin Academy. You can go to richminded.net/yin-academy to enroll your children. We're coming to a city near you. My Twitter, Instagram is I am Richminded, and you can reach me on Facebook, Rashawn Lawhorn, RASHAN LAWHORNE. And I appreciate you, Cortez, for having me on your show. We definitely got to do this again, man. We got to make this show an hour, man, because this is I really want to respect and thank you for that.
Exactly. We will definitely do a part 2, Rashawn, because this was the intro, right? This was the prerequisite to maybe we'll do a few different shows where we just dive in deep into branding, for instance, social media branding. I'm a big video marketer. I love video because you can put videos out and those videos work for you 24/7, educating people, getting people to know, like, and trust you. So maybe we can dive into some of that stuff specifically, and then we can get more into your coaching program, because I made the joke that I only deal with kids, but I know there are some struggling adults who are looking for some solid help, and they've made the decision to do something different. They just need some help along the way. So maybe we'll dive deeper into your coaching and your training for adults as well, because there are a lot of us out there who say, you know what, I got this job and it's cool, but I know that the tax code is written for business owners, so let me start a business so I can at least take advantage of that, and hopefully one day replace my job income and do this thing full time. Because again, we all got gifts, talents, and things of that nature. So give me a final thought, bro, on branding, dealing with the kids in Yin, or anything that's on your heart this morning.
Okay, just want to let you guys know, we all want to be millionaires, and we are all working for millionaires, but at the rate that we're going right now is going to take us about 30 plus years saving every last paycheck to become a millionaire. So let's get out there. Let's use our talent and our gift to create wealth. Let's become millionaires. It's about $2,700 and change a day to become a millionaire. We can do it. You can do it. I can do it. It's been done. So I want to thank you. You guys definitely get in contact with me. I'm definitely gonna come on this show again, because I have so much more to talk about. And I just want to thank Cortez for the opportunity to share the knowledge.
Super cool. Super cool. $2,739.72.
That's it.
Got it on my vision board right here, bro. I'm tracking with you, man. I'm tracking with you. I just like, okay, what can you do to make that kind of income, right? And then you got that kind of income coming in and you minimize your expenses. Now you got that kind of money to invest every day and really steamroll this thing to $1 billion status. Because if you don't know what a future billionaire looks like, you're looking at a couple of them right here. Guys, super excited. And I want to say thanks, Rashawn, man, for taking out 30 minutes of your day to come hang out with us on Talking Money in the Morning with your man, H. Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class. Periscope, appreciate you. Love the hearts. Appreciate you sharing this with others. So as we wrap up, man, as I say all the time, I want you, each and every one of you guys, to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. Don't just listen to this show. Apply the strategies, principles, and truths that we expose on this show. So tomorrow we'll be talking about, I don't even know, I haven't really picked a show for tomorrow, but I'm going to bring you something live, something fresh to help you along the lines of building wealth and putting more money in your pocket and putting yourself in position to leave that legacy for your family. Again, shout out to our sponsor, Yin Academy. To learn more about the Yin Academy, go to richminded.net. And you can figure out how you can get your kids signed up for that. A full curriculum on entrepreneurship aimed at our babies, because they are our future leaders of tomorrow. Again, that's richminded.net. Shout out to Rashawn Lawhorn for being our guest today. And until I talk to you tomorrow, get your money up, because you can do it. Peace.